Hey friends, Angela Parker, aka Boozy Bible Scholar. I'm here in Germany for the Society of New Testament Studies, and it's always interesting because my husband asks me, who are you going to be hanging out with? And I said, I don't know because this is the first time I'm at this particular conference, but I said I'm sure it's going to be a lot of white guys. And my husband's like, "What do you mean a lot of white guys?" And I said, "Sweetie, you know that my field is 75% men." And he's like, "Oh, yeah." And my husband knows it, but I don't think sometimes he realizes it when I say it over and over again. See, and I think that's the issue with society today. A lot of the conversations that we're having about men, white men feeling like they are getting pushed aside, I am in a field that is still 75% white men. And so I have a good time. I go and I do my work and I talk to people, but my field is still 75% white guys. White guys who like to drink a lot of beer with me, because that's what we do when we're in Germany. But also white guys like Richard Burridge, Dick Burridge, who likes to regale you with stories of 30 and 40 years being in the field. This is a particular scholar who I always use in my Intro to New Testament class when I'm lecturing on the Gospels. And his work is just like important for thinking about the four faces of Jesus. A lot of times, when people read the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, they think that the Gospels give you a harmonized view of Jesus. But each Gospel is a different picture of Jesus. And Richard Burridge is one New Testament scholar who has written the classic book on that fact. So even when I talk about different faces of Jesus today, I always reference Dick Burridge's book in my classes. But oftentimes students think I'm making something up when I'm talking about this because they're like, no, Jesus the same today, tomorrow, forever. They're thinking about the Hebrews verse. But if you actually read your New Testament, it's not the same. You get different pictures of Jesus in each gospel. So this is the man who's written the classic book on that. So tonight, Angela Parker, a Boozy Bible scholar, hanging with the boozy British New Testament scholars. So as always, friends, be bold, be brave, be brilliant, and I'll bring you more from this conference.